This is the Lancer Locker Show on KYNT. Now, let's talk some Mount Marty University athletics with the coaches, as well as your host and the voice of Mount Marty University athletics, Tel Tanner.
Another Monday, another edition of the Lancer Locker. My name is Tel Tanner. Talking archery today. We just had national competition this last week, a little while ago now, 15th through the 17th of March. We weren't able to talk with anybody on Monday since they were already still traveling back from Kentucky on that Monday. So this week we're talking with a couple of archers, or we were gonna before this blizzard hit. So instead today, we are gonna be talking with a couple of these archers that ended up placing in the top 5 at nationals next week for the Lancer Locker. This week, we're speaking with the head coach of the archery team, Zena Ross. I spoke with Zena earlier today over the phone since this weather was horrible. We didn't get to see her in the booth, unfortunately, but with the blizzard going on, we wanted to keep everybody off the roads and safe. I hope you guys have done the exact same thing today. I hope you guys have been safe. We're having a late March blizzard, and it's unfortunate. Winds are horrible, 20 to 30 miles an hour. We've got gusts over 40, and we got another couple of inches of snow in the forecast. I don't know if you knew that or not, but if you didn't, we got a couple more inches of snow in the forecast, so that's just not fun. Anyways, go to our week in review of Lancer Athletics, but we will be talking with the head coach of the Lancers, Zena Ross, and the archery program. This show, we spoke with her earlier today. We'll be playing that interview up next. First off, let's go to the week in review, some of the other Lancer Athletics that happened over the last couple of days. That archery team, once again, ended up having 4 Lancers place in the top 10 at nationals of the 11 that went. So that was very, very good. In terms of some of the other sports, golf season is getting underway this week for both men and women. The men's golf team started today in Kansas City, Missouri. We'll have results as soon as we can get them. They're down playing Park University today and tomorrow in Kansas City. The women's golf team will be getting started on Wednesday in Sioux City. I hope, looking at the weather right now, we'll see what happens, but hopefully they're going to be able to play on Wednesday in Sioux City versus Briar Cliff in a duel there. Tennis squads also in action. The men's tennis squad and the women's tennis squad were both in action on Saturday. Both of them will be in action this week as well. The women's team will be taking on the College of St. Mary in Omaha, Nebraska tomorrow is when that one will be, down in Omaha at 3 p.m. The men's team is taking on Midland this upcoming Friday, March 29th. In terms of the softball and baseball schedules now, the women's softball team at MMU is now 9-13 overall. They are 2-2 in conference. After starting 2-0, they swept Dakota Wesleyan this last Tuesday, the 19th. Then they unfortunately did fall in 2 games to Jamestown up in North Dakota, 6-2 and 13-2 on Saturday. So now they will be facing Northwestern College on Wednesday, just in 2 days, in Sioux Center, Iowa, to keep the conference season going. They've got that Dort Dome is where they're going to be playing. So even though there's snow on the ground, they're still going to be able to play in over in the Dort Dome on Wednesday. For the baseball team, they're having a tough stretch right now. I won't lie to you. They're having a bit of a tough stretch, but they've got a chance to kind of make up for it as they go to Fremont, Nebraska this weekend. They've got 4 games in a series with Midland University Friday and Saturday. 2 games each day, both starting at 1 p.m. down in Fremont. The Lancers did fall in 4 games this last week. They fell to number 8 Doane University, 8-7 and 6-9 in 2 games last Tuesday, and then fell to Morningside in 2 games on Thursday, 4-0 and 5-2. Those were the 4 games the Lancers did fall in this last week. The second 2 games against the Mustangs was postponed. That'll be played a little later in the spring. I don't have a date for you as of yet. But once again, the Lancers going to be playing this upcoming Friday, Saturday in 4 games versus Midland. My name is Tel Tanner. This is KYNT, the Lancer Locker. Let's go ahead and take that break now. Come back with the head coach of MMU Archery, Zena Ross. We talked with her earlier today about nationals. Back with that in a couple of minutes on KYNT's The Lancer Locker.
Are you thinking of buying or selling your home? With low inventory and higher interest rates, the process can be frustrating. This is Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'd love to sit down with you and talk about our current market and how I can help you navigate through the process. Give me a call at 605-664-5555 and we'll explore the possibilities.
This is Lisa from Slumberland Furniture in Yankton. Our store is inspirational, modern, bright, and our warehouse is filled with the latest in furniture and home decor trends. You'll find the best brand name furniture and quality mattresses with the best customer service possible. Slumberland always guarantees the lowest prices. See us at 2401 Broadway in Yankton.
When you need to be sure, make it SureCo. Smart Trailer from SureCo is still the most complete line of electric accessories for your grain trailer. Smart accessories such as the 4500 Series HD electric tarp, Pro Trap, and Auto Trap electric hopper doors, and the Drive Max Auger Drive Kit from SureCo both offer convenience and peace of mind for operators. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at sureco.com. Make it SureCo.
Brandon is super pumped about Runza.
Runza is so sweet.
Especially all their desserts.
Oh, those are the sweetest.
Chocolate, vanilla, and twist ice cream cones, 4 flavors of shakes, chocolate chip cookies, and ice cream sandwiches.
Literally sweet.
Aw, I love your enthusiasm.
Well, I love Runza.
So sweet of you. Come satisfy your sweet tooth. Because Runza makes it all better.
Download the app to learn how to get a small shake for 75 cents.
Ford Truck Month has been extended at Lewis & Clark Ford with even bigger news. We have a great selection of new 2023 F-150s on the lot. We offer up to $10,000 off your new Ford truck. You can buy with 1.9% interest for 72 months, and just added is no payments for 90 days. These are the best deals on new F-150s we've had in a long time. Ford Truck Month now at Lewis & Clark Ford, 4th and Capitol in Yankton.
We were founded on innovation and a passion to help our customers. This is Kenny Wicks at Aztec in Yankton. We want our employees to thrive and succeed. Our core values are more than something we list on a wall. The team continues to grow, so consider a career with us. We have openings in a variety of departments: sign-on bonuses, double overtime, immediate benefits like retirement savings, paid holidays, bonus earnings, tuition reimbursement, and more. Build your career with a group that's built to connect from rock to road. Stop by 700 West 21st Street or apply at aztecjobs.com.
All right, back here on the Lancer Locker. My name is Del Tanner, keeping you company on a Monday in Yankton as we turn now to the head archery coach at Mount Marty University. It's Zena Ross. Zena, you just had a fun last couple of weeks as you had nationals. You had state meets before that here in Yankton and then nationals in Kentucky. It's been a wild ride, and now you get a little bit of a break until like mid-April, I believe. Can you tell me what it's been like for your team the last couple weeks at all of the competitions?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would say we're even further back in a rush than the entire semester. So fall semester is almost a little too quiet for us, I think. There's nothing going on, so we kind of focus on ourselves and our team. And then January hits as soon as the kids get back, and I feel like we're just go, go, go. So between Vegas and all of the national events we've been at, it's going to be nice to have this break before April and then our last meet in May, but it definitely has been a whirlwind of events.
So first things first, congratulations for your team's placing at Indoor Nationals over in Kentucky, Louisville, I believe. Can you tell me about that trip and kind of what all went into it, getting all of your athletes there? How many athletes did you take there in the first place?
Yeah, absolutely. So we had 11 athletes go with us to Louisville, Kentucky, and we were there from Wednesday. We flew in and we flew out at 6 a.m. on Monday, so it was a pretty long trip. Most of our trips end up a little bit longer, but it was only 2 days of shooting. So part of how we get to go to some of these really awesome shoots is the kids volunteer some work for setup of some of the shoots that we go to. So Thursday and Friday, the kids were actually working. They were helping with scoring. They were helping with some of the kids. They were helping with setup, bow storage. So that was really cool to see them not only step up and put some work in, but they also got to meet some pretty amazing people while they were working. And then for them to shoot well on top of that, I mean, you can't be prouder than that.
Now, every archer obviously has their own equipment that they like to use. You get comfortable with your bow, you get stuff like that. What's it like taking those on airplanes?
That is the scariest thing. And I always tell the kids when we travel, I will be so stressed until we land and everybody has their stuff. Because you hear horror stories in the archery community of people losing their bows, not getting them by the time the competition happens. And we had one of those moments in Vegas. So luckily the airline had already known by the time we landed that they kind of messed up. So we ended up getting Lilith Jane's bow actually there by the time of the competition. But I think that's the most stressful point for me and the kids as we travel is just we hope the bows show up. We can buy clothing. We can buy everything else, but please have the bows show up.
That's amazing. If I'm not mistaken, Lilith actually shot very well at that Vegas meet too after not barely having their bow.
Yeah. I mean, we were there early enough, so the bow actually ended up being there, I think, a day or two before competition started. But when you only have a small window for practice when we go to these kind of events where the kids work at the same time, it becomes a little bit more of a time crunch than it would probably seem to an outside viewer.
But you didn't have anything like that this time? No struggles with the airplanes, is that right?
Yeah, we got a little bit delayed flying out of Omaha, but other than that, it was very smooth sailing the rest of the trip.
That's awesome. So once again, how many athletes made the trip, and what was it like keeping them all entertained when they weren't actively competing or helping out? You've got a lot of athletes in a hotel room.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's 11 of them. The majority of them are girls, so we actually had 4 of them are males. So we have 7 females going with us, which is a very interesting dynamic. I'm not going to say it's a bad one. It's actually a pretty good one because the girls are very high energy. They help keep up the morale of the team. Not that the guys don't, but they just have that different, mentality going into things. So everybody is very quiet when we travel, I will say, on the airplane, in the airport. It's just like a very mellow group. And then once we get to the venue, that's when you kind of see the energy start happening. So they want to have games. They want to go out and sightsee. They want to wander around. And then about when they get too tired, I can tell, and then they all just say, yeah, we just need to be by ourselves, and that kind of works.
Tell me about the venue itself. Obviously, we've got a top-notch venue here in Yankton that you're able to practice at, kind of a world-renowned venue. You're hosting national competitions here in Yankton. So you go to Kentucky, and what's their venue like? Yeah,
so they actually hold it at the Louisville Convention Center. So it's home to so many events throughout the year. They actually had a space conference while we were there in the lower rooms. But it's this huge hall where they have, thousands of archers in there throughout the weekend shooting. So it's kind of homey as far as like we're used to a lot of people being able to be in a venue that we shoot at. But it's a little bit more spread out, and it just kind of is a little awe-inspiring. But, nothing is what we have to practice with, right?
Oh, nothing. It was quite like Yankton. Speaking of, there's obviously going to be more events upcoming in Yankton. When is the next time you're going to be at home for an event?
Yeah, so our next and last home event for this semester will be in April. I believe it is the week of the 18th. It will be the Dakota Classic. So it is a indoor-outdoor shoot. And I say that because, like I said, we're in outdoor season right now. But it's quite time for us to be outside all the time. It's snowing today. There's absolutely no way we're going to go practice in that. So we're actually shooting long distance inside the archery facility, which is that really cool help that we have being there. When we have nasty days or when it's cold outside, we can actually shoot all of our distance inside and not lose any of our practice.
Zena, we want to hear more from you in just a moment. We're going to take a break here on The Lancer. Come back with more from her right after this. This is KYNT.
At Pizza Ranch, we want you to pick and choose. This is Annie from Yankton Pizza Ranch, and right now, our online carryout deal is pick and choose 2 or more of select items for just $7.99 each. Choose from a medium 1-topping pizza, a medium cheesy ranch sticks, a single chicken fries, an 8-piece boneless wings, a chocolate chip cookie, a small cactus bread, or 4 20-ounce beverages. Carry these out, and your dinner is done. Pick and choose at pizzaranch.com.
New starting wages at Parker of Yankton.
Parker of Yankton is excited to announce a new generous wage increase. This wage increase includes all production positions, assemblers, machine ops, setups, and material handlers, plus a second shift differential. Parker provides some of the best benefits in the area, and in case you missed it, new increased wages. Apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
Powerful changes occur when people unite. At United Way of Greater Yankton, we unite people to activate positive change and to make lives better. Help us build a brighter future for all through access to healthcare, basic needs, a good education, and financial stability. Learn more about United Way of Greater Yankton, our mission, our programs, and how you can help online at yanktonyunitedway.org. Together, united, we are building a brighter future for all.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more. All at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. For your convenience, you can call and order curbside pickup or order online at meatlodge.com. The Meat Lodge in Yankton, on the way to the lake on Highway 52.
At Triple Time Rudy's, not only do you get top-notch fuel to keep you on the move, but it's a destination for delicious local treats. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. It's your community's pit stop for more than just fuel. Triple Time Rudy's supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, stop by Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Wherever you are in life, you've got plans. You need health insurance for today and for the future. You need Avera Health Plans. Coverage that connects you to community resources, fitness center incentives, and health coaching. You need a health plan that provides solutions for your business and for your family. Learn more at AveraHealthPlans.com. Avera Health Plans, moving health forward.
All right, back here on the Lancer Locker with the head coach of Mount Marty University Archery, it's Zena Ross. Talking today about the national meet that just happened. Let's go over some of the results and some of the Lancers who placed very, very well now in this matchup. Zena, we're going to be hearing from a few of these athletes next week on the Locker as well. But first off, tell me who placed well in this one. I know Zoe Woods ended up getting third. Daniel Pollard got third. Lilith Jane had fourth, and Catalina Herrera got ninth. Those were the top 10 finishes. Who else was doing really good things down in Kentucky?
Yeah, I mean, outside of those kids, I will say we had Griffin Winnicky and Noah Cagle. They both shot clean scores, so they didn't drop a single point the weekend. And unfortunately, they're in a class where they have to shoot even better than perfect. So we have a scoring ring in archery called the X, and it's kind of our tiebreaker. You don't get any extra points, but if you shoot the same score as somebody and you shot more X's, then you win. And unfortunately, the boys were just a couple of X's down, and in such a deep talent pool as the class that they're shooting in, it kind of puts them down a little bit further than what their performance shows. Savannah Choinard, she actually also did fantastically amazing. She's my bare bow shooter, and her goal for this time was to shoot better than last year, and she succeeded that goal on both days, which was really awesome to see her kind of shine and be able to get some tips from some of the best barebow shooters in the country.
Coach, let's talk about the season as a whole. Obviously, we're winding down here, but you said as soon as January hit, kids got back from that holiday break, you really got to work. You had that Rushmore Rumble, obviously, on the 6th of January. You went to Vegas right at the beginning of February. What does the spring season look like in terms of travel, balancing at home? You've got a great facility here, but you've got meet after meet getting ready for nationals. What's it been like here?
Yeah, I mean, it always feels like a whirlwind to us. Fall semester is so quiet that it's almost very abrupt as soon as the kids come back. And they actually came back just a couple of days early to compete in that Rushmore Rumble at the beginning of January. And then I think for them, it just kind of feels like, oh my goodness, every weekend there's something going on, which is definitely a byproduct of just the sport of archery in total. There's always something going on as soon as January hits, kind of getting outside of that holiday season, right? So it's kind of nice this year. We actually got to compete at USA Indoor Nationals, which is one of our rankings that goes towards our collegiate ranking at the end of the season, as well as All-American for the kids. Last year, we had to travel to Minnesota, so that made even more kind of hectic chaos in our schedule. But this year, it was held at Yankton, which was so nice to be able to have a big tournament that means so much to the kids on their home turf, and they don't have to worry about travel. They don't have to worry about getting excused from classes, so they can still worry about their academics. And I will say all the kids have been doing great this semester so far with their academics, so being able to juggle both their schoolwork and us going on these big travel trips, that's so great to see from them.
Looking forward, the USA Collegiate Target Nationals down in Statesboro, Georgia are coming up in May, the 16th through the 19th, another weekend down in Georgia. What are some of the prep work you're going to be doing, kind of sharpening skills until that May date hits when you're going to Georgia? What are you working on until then?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're definitely getting the kids out to some distance. We've been shooting 20 yards pretty much since the middle of fall. So we're kind of sick and tired of that 20-yard stuff. We're going to push them out to 50 meters, 70 meters, depending on what kind of class that they're shooting. So it's kind of getting them comfortable with the target looking really, really small. We're also going to do a lot of work with being able to shoot in the wind. That's always a factor, and luckily Yankton is full of wind, so we should have a pretty good head above everybody else who doesn't have that in their backyard. As well as some other elements. Last year we had a little bit of rain, so we'll definitely try and find maybe a hazy day or a drizzly day to be able to have some experience with what that does with the flight of the arrow and the bow's effectiveness and everything like that, as well as getting ready for team rounds. So that's our big thing in Georgia. It's about the only team event that we have going for us that I will say is a traditional team event. So the kids get matched up depending on their gender, their bow style, and they actually shoot arrows together. So one kid will shoot one arrow, and then they'll switch off the line, and they'll shoot against other teams of the same kind of physical makeup as them. So we'll do a lot of work with that as well, because that's like the really cool thing that we all look forward to in Georgia.
So you were looking for some of those hazy days, some of the days where the conditions aren't exactly perfect to get them outside of their comfort zone. How about a day like today? Would you go out and shoot today? If you could shoot in weather like this, you could shoot anywhere. I'm just saying.
I agree. I'm pretty sure I would have a mutiny on my hands if I asked to shoot outside today. But hopefully that's not something we'll have to worry about in Georgia. So we'll probably try and stay away from that a little bit. But just some inclement conditions that aren't going to make everybody miserable, but are still going to be really helpful in learning how to shoot in something that's not optimal. You're never going to have the best day every single day you're at a tournament. There's always going to be something that's happening, and we just need to be ready for that.
Well, Zena, I appreciate your time very much for coming in or coming over the phone and talking with me today. I look forward to talking with a couple of your athletes next week as well, talking about their performances in nationals and going into the outdoor season. So thank you very much. Do you have any final message for Lancer fans or Lancer Nation here today?
I was just going to say, hopefully we do really, really well this upcoming year. We're hoping to continue our kind of sixth placement, if not better, just to maintain and get ready for us next year, because I've got a pretty nice recruiting class that's going to be coming in.
Ooh, I love the tease. I hope to talk with you about it a little later. Thank you very much, Zena.
Thank you.
This is the Lancer Locker on KYNT. My name's Tel Tanner. Let's go ahead and take one final break. Come back and wrap things up back in a couple of minutes here on your home for Lancer Athletics. It's KYNT.
Caring for the land is one of the most important, fulfilling things a person can do. If you're looking to add more land to your ag operation or refinance existing debt, Dakota Mac can help. For 30 years now, they've been providing long-term, fixed-rate loans for ag real estate. To make things easy, Dakota Mac has an experienced specialist in your area.
Hi, it's Jeff Wolfgram from Dakota Mac. Call us at 800-682-4578 to learn how Dakota Mac products can work for you.
Carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are a ready-to-drink vodka and tequila-based cocktail with no carbs, no sugar, gluten-free, and only 100 calories. It's guaranteed to be bursting with flavor in every sip. The Carbless Mix Pack is sure to please any crowd with a compilation of all the best-selling ready-to-drink cocktails, including sweet, citrus, and a twist of tequila flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and margarita. Grab some today. Carbless Cocktails. Less is more.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Are you ready for a hydration revolution? Introducing Ghost Hydration, the ultimate drink to keep you feeling refreshed and revitalized. It's packed with a unique blend of electrolytes and vitamins, giving you the perfect balance to conquer your day. And its variety of mouth-watering flavors will make your taste buds dance with joy. Hitting the gym, going on an adventure, or just need a pick-me-up, Ghost Hydration has your back. Experience the hydration revolution for yourself. Stay refreshed, stay revitalized, stay ghostly hydrated with Ghost Hydration.
Looking for the perfect meal that hits the spot every time? Look no further than Boss's Pizza and Chicken. At Boss's Pizza and Chicken, they're serving up piping hot, mouth-watering pizzas with all of your favorite toppings. And that's not all. The crispy roasted chicken is a taste sensation that will keep you coming back for more. Whether you're dining in with family and friends or enjoying a night in, order Boss's Pizza and Chicken of Yankton, where every bite is a moment of pure satisfaction.
All right, back on the Lancer Locker for the final time. Big thank you to Zena Ross for talking to us today on the Lancer Locker. Head coach of MMU Archery, who had an amazing performance once again at the National Meet in Kentucky. 4 Lancers placed in top 10 at Nationals. A couple of third place finishes, a 4th place finish, and a 9th place finish. We're going to be speaking with a couple of those archers this week, and we're going to be airing those interviews on Monday, Easter Monday, 5:30 to 6, I believe is when we're going on. I know there's some high school baseball going to be played that day as well, so I think our show is going to be directly after the conclusion of those games, somewhere around 6. We'll keep you posted on our social media at KYNT is where we're going to be on Twitter and Facebook. You'll find all the information there, KYNT, and obviously we'll be airing it on KYNTV as well. Those talks will be next week right here on this station, directly following some of the Yankton Bucks high school baseball. That's going to do it for our show today. However, once again, in terms of the upcoming schedule for the baseball softball team, softball on Wednesday going to be taking on Northwestern College in the Dort Dome in 2 games starting at 5. That's on Wednesday again. For the Lancer baseball team, they're down in Fremont this weekend. Friday, Saturday, 4-game series versus Midland, 2 games each day. Friday, Saturday, both starting at 1 p.m. in Fremont. That's going to do it for the Lancer Locker today. We're going to be speaking with those archers next week. I'm very excited for it. That's going to do for today, though. My name is Tel Tanner. This has been the